So do you also use IndiaMart to get more leads and inquiries for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to add IndiaMart leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for insurance and investment service. So over here I'm running a business related to same, and we also use IndiaMart to get more leads for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead through IndiaMart, automatically the same lead details should be added into my Google Sheets, that too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between IndiaMart and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to seamlessly add IndiaMart leads or inquiries to Google Sheets. This integration helps you to maintain a structured database of potential clients, making it easier to track, analyze, and follow up on leads for insurance and investment services. So let's get started with a really simple example. Let's say that my name is Test Lead, and as you can see that I've entered my requirement details right over here, and now I'm just going to submit this inquiry. So as you can see now, I'm just going to click on this next and submit, and yes, you can see that I've successfully submitted this. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, you can see the details of the same lead has been added right over here in real time, that too within few seconds. You can see the name, which is Test Lead. You can see the phone, the address, and the query message which we entered is exactly the same. So this is the automation we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this automation for your business, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. And as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of towers free every month. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to do so, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we're going to click on the access now, it is opening my dashboard, and to start with this automation we have to click on this blue button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to add IndiaMart leads and inquiries to Google Sheets for insurance and investment service. And then we just have to click on this create, and as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. Alright, so let's get started by selecting our trigger application as IndiaMart. So I'm just going to search for IndiaMart right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are just going to select IndiaMart. Alright, and as soon as we're going to select the trigger application, it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here what I want is that as soon as a new lead is captured, my workflow should be triggered or started. So I'm just going to select my trigger event as new leads, and now as soon as we're going to select the trigger event, it has given me a webhook URL. So we are just going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMart account and our Pabbly Connects workflow. So what we have to do is, first I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, and then we have to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMart account, navigate to the lead manager section in the left tab, go to import export leads from the three dots, and then click on I am leads push API. Alright, we are going to follow these the same, I'm just going to open my IndiaMart account, and now from the left side of the bar we have to go towards this leads manager, and after coming over here towards the lead manager we have to go towards these three dots, import export leads, and then push API. And now it is asking me to select the source and the CRM platform name. So let's say that for the source I'm just going to select it as other right over here, because you can see that in the help text it has mentioned that choose other in the select source option and enter Pabbly Connect in the CRM platform name. So for the source I'm just going to select it as other, and now for the CRM platform name I'm just going to keep it as Pabbly Connect. And now it's asking me for the webbook listener URL, so I'm just going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow and click on this save details. And now it is asking me for the reason. Why do I wish to shift my IndiaMart leads to any another application? So I'm just going to select my reason as this right over here, which says I feel that I can permanently save the leads from IndiaMart and view later. You can select any another reason of your choice, and then we have to click on this green button which says click to generate OTP. And now it is saying that it has successfully sent me a OTP. So I'm just going to enter the OTP over here, and then we just have to click on this submit. And yes, you can see integration live. With this we have successfully created a connection between my IndiaMart account and my Pabbly Connects workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission /record. So in order to capture this webhook response we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is I'm just going to open my CRM push API once again, go towards this test your webhook listener URL, and once again we have to click on this test. And now it has given me a curl request header. This means that we have successfully did the test submission, and Pabbly has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see all the details. You can see the sender's email, the mobile number, the name, the phone, the PIN code, the state, the subject, unique query ID, and the status. But you must notice that this subject, which is saying requirement for empty mineral water bottles, doesn't aligns with our business, right? So what happens is that I'm using a test IndiaMart account, and while capturing the test details I receive the default details, or you can say the default response. But if you're using a live IndiaMart account, you're going to receive the response related to your business only, so you don't have to worry about this. All right, so yes, you can see that I've successfully received all of these details, and also you can notice that I've received this query message too and the sender's address. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMart account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Alright, so further what I want is that I want to add IndiaMart leads and inquiries to Google Sheets. So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we have to select it as add new row and click on this connect. And as soon as we're going to click on this connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And now it is asking me to select my Gmail account, so I'm just going to select my Gmail account. I want to connect. All right, and as you can see that now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow. Pabbly is safe, and as soon as we're going to click on allow, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So it is asking me to select the spreadsheet for which I want to create this automation. So as you can see, the name of my spreadsheet is new leads and inquiries, and this is the same spreadsheet for which I want to create this automation. So for the spreadsheet, I'm just going to select it as new leads and inquiries over here. And now it is asking me to select the sheet. So as you can see that it has already selected sheet 1 because I have only a single sheet in this spreadsheet. If you wish, you can definitely select a particular sheet for which you want to create this automation. And now it is asking me for the name, phone, address, and query message. So yes, you can see that these are the same details which we have in our columns of our spreadsheet. So I'm just going to fill in these details one by one so that we can add that same details right over here in my spreadsheet as a new row. But we are not going to enter the details manually, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected IndiaMart as our trigger application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the name. So let's say that I'm just going to enter the name right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for name in the previous response, and as you can see the name, so let's say that we are going to map it. Then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And as we map the name, we are going to map the phone number too. Over here I'm just going to look for phone number, and as you can see the same, so we're going to map it. We're going to move on forward. We are going to map the address. I'm just going to look for address and map it. We're going to map the query message. So I'm just going to look for query message in the previous response, and as you can see the same, so we're going to map it. And after mapping all of these details, we just have to click on this save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added these details into our Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, over here you can see the details have been added. You can see the same name, the phone, the address, and the query message. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received through my IndiaMart account, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same and add that same lead details into my Google Sheets. That too in real time within seconds and without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend and we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.